Good afternoon. We are with a very special group of young ladies because these females are the first wrestlers in Swain County history to be able to compete in all-female wrestling events. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're always wrestling females, because I have it by a good word that some of them actually wrestle some guys as well, and they may want to tell you about that. To get started, let's find out who these wrestlers are. So we're going to start right here on my right, and would you please tell us your name and your weight class, and what do you want us to know about you?
My name is RJ Radford. I wrestle the 106 weight class. That's all I got.
I'm Jessica Lohman, and I wrestle the 120 weight class.
I'm Willa Bible, and I'd just rather not say.
I'm Hannah Aaron. I wrestle the 126 weight class.
I'm Sierra Jones, and I wrestle the 113 weight class.
I'm Mallory Clampett, and I wrestle 152.
I'm Eric Latrasha, and I wrestle 120 weight class.
I'm Catherine Rowland, and I wrestle the 113 weight class.
I'm Tanaja Lillard, and I wrestle 106.
I'm Maddie Lane. I wrestle 132 weight class.
And I think it's pretty amazing that these young ladies are even willing to talk about what weight class they are, because most of the time when you're talking to ladies, they don't want to tell what their age is or how much they weigh or anything like that. And I get it. I understand. And I'll be truthful. I don't want to tell you how old I am or how much I weigh either, okay? It's kind of private information. Let's talk about some of the reasons that you're doing this, because you have a lot of options as ladies. You could be in winter track, you could be playing basketball, you could be doing a lot of things, but you've chosen wrestling for a reason. So I want you to tell me, why are you in wrestling and what is exciting about it to you? So who's going to go first? Okay.
I think that being in wrestling and being the first ever girls team for Swain, it gives us a leadership position, and Swain is all about like tradition and that kind of thing, and it's really awesome that we're starting a new tradition. We're going to be in the Hall of Fame for that kind of thing, and I think it's great to be stepping out of our comfort zone and just doing something new with all these great people. So.
Somebody else, what's exciting about this? Why are you doing this? Anybody?
I just wanted to really try it, and it's also really great to be a part of this family. So, I don't know, I thought that was cool.
That's a really great description, because a lot of people don't realize that when you get involved in an athletic group like this as a team, that it really does become family to you, and you actually get to be closer to some of these ladies than you even do some of your family members. That's a really great point. Somebody else, anyone? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I just believe that it's important to get out and try new things and always get out of your comfort zone. And even if you're scared, to always just push through it. If it's something that you really want to do, just try it. Even if you don't like it, you can at least say you tried.
That's a good point for life as well, because there are going to be a lot of things in life that you're going to want to try. You may like them, you may not, but at least you've tried. I think you wanted to answer also.
I think it has a lot to offer. It has, physically and mentally, it's it helps you develop your leadership skills, and I think it's great all around. So.
Another good answer, and I think, Maddie, you had something that you wanted to add.
I think another great thing about this is that, we're girls who are doing this, and we're all stepping out of our comfort zone, and I think it also gives a message and that girls can do anything guys can do, and we can play any sport that guys can, and it also, we're like role models for other girls who want to do sports and things like that normally girls aren't seen as doing, but we're doing that, so I think that's really cool.
And that all goes to that word. It's kind of a buzzword right now, but it's been around for a long time, and the word is equity. Everybody has an opportunity to do something that everyone else is, because we deserve that opportunity just because of who we are. And I really appreciate that, and I'm really proud of what all of you are doing. Now, this cannot be easy all of the time. Sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable, probably, and sometimes people look at you a little bit differently. Somebody tell me, what are some of the pieces of this wrestling that you're involved in that make it challenging for you? Who wants to talk about that? Yes, ma'am.
I think, like getting on the mat, kind of being able to put yourself into it without overthinking, and kind of like being able to, go into muscle memory practically. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
It takes a lot of practice. Excellent answer. Anybody else? What makes this challenging? Yes, ma'am, Hannah.
remembering that it's not about winning or losing, it's just about improving in yourself, that you have nobody else to blame except for yourself. It's just you and the other person. So try not to be too hard on yourself when you're out there, and just look at the mistakes you made and see if you can improve from them.
Hannah, I think that is one of the most important things from any type of athletic or extracurricular event, and it really is about improvement. We want to win. I think that's built into us. And it does matter how it affects the team, but in the end, it's your personal performance. You said that very, very well. Thank you. Anybody else? What's challenging? Anyone?
I think the most thing that might be challenging is actually getting people out there and trying it without them being scared. And especially doing it in front of a bunch of people, and sometimes you may worry about not doing something right. Like Hannah said, all you have to do is learn from your mistakes and just try again and hope you do better.
Another great, great answer. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So going along with what Hannah says, Jaime always tells us, like, at every practice when we learn a new move, that it's okay to fail, and that's a part of it. And I think just getting past the nerves, and I remember our first tournament, some of us only had like a week or two of practice, and we weren't really sure like all the moves yet, or I know for me what was illegal and was not illegal, but not knowing many things, just have to get out there and get over it. And having a group of girls like this and a team that's like family, it helps a lot getting past that and supporting each other.
Good answer. Anyone else? Okay, I think that it would be challenging if I were a female and someone were to ask me to wrestle a male, a guy. But I understand, I think one of you kind of is wrestling on both sides. Is that true? Is there anybody here who's wrestling guys? That would be you? Is that not uncomfortable for you?
It's not necessarily uncomfortable, it's just a lot harder because guys are naturally a lot stronger than girls are, like just their body type and whatnot. It's just you gotta work a lot harder than, not saying that you don't have to work hard to wrestle girls, because girls they're pretty stout too, and it's more of a mind thing too, because guys, they're like, oh, we're better. They're like, why is a girl wrestling? They think that just because I'm a girl that I'm not gonna give them a fight, but they got another thing coming.
Yeah, they got that wrong, didn't they? Absolutely. You know, and I understand what you're saying about it seems like maybe the muscle difference in guys and girls makes a difference, and maybe it does. That's a real possibility, but I really do believe it's a mind thing.
You just gotta be more technical.
Yeah.
You just gotta know what you're doing.
And I think that probably you girls in here can outthink most of the guys out there, right? Yeah. I know.
Very strong-minded people.
I take that from the fact that you're sitting here as a wrestling team that is comprised of females. That's pretty strong statement. Is there anything else that any of you ladies would like to say to the public, or about your team, or about this opportunity? Anything you want to add? Yes, ma'am.
You know, I can't say that if you might not expect us to succeed like greatly, just don't, but be there to support us, because you know it is a big it's a big deal. I can't talk, but you know, just we're not going to be the best, obviously, but we're gonna get out there. So.
You know, you may not be the best by somebody else's measurement, but you are your best, and we think that you're the best already. So thank you for showing us what our best and then some really means. Maddie, what do you want to add with?
I think it's important to say thank you to our coaches, because I mean, they took a chance on us when we didn't really know how it would work out, and they're pretty great for doing that. And just, if you can, come out and support, because it's really great to have people there cheering you on when you're nervous, really nervous. So it's great.
What would you think if I pulled your coaches into the picture? Would that be all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, come on, Coach Roper, Coach James, you need to be part of this. Is there anything that you would like to say to Swain County or anyone about this group or about what's going on? I know that Ian does, because he always has something to say.
This is just an amazing group of young ladies. I'm privileged to be out here with them. A lot of them I had previous relationships with and coached in other sports, and other ones I'm getting to know brand new. And it's awesome working with them. The energy, the attitude they bring to practice every day, the attitude and excitement they bring to the mat when we have events for them, and I'm just humbled to be a part of it.
Coach Jaimez, you're the soft-spoken one of the group.
I guess the biggest thing I look forward to is just having the opportunity to kind of provide them the same tools that we provide our guys with for the real world. We talk about getting knocked down and having to get back up, and learning that there's only temporary setbacks, and there's not, we don't fail. There's just instant feedback and things that we can get better at, but it's those lessons that don't stop after we're done wrestling. They continue on. So that's the thing I like the most.
And I know from you, too, that those are the pieces that you bring to the table, regardless of what sport it is. It's the life after that matters the most. And thank you all for setting the course for that. Now, I think that you all have something that you're going to show us in just a few minutes, and I can't wait to see it. But before I do that, I need to tell everybody that our school board voted this week to make not January, but December the 20th a half day for students and staff. And so our plan is to make school buses run at about 11:30. Most of you all will be done already because exams will be over, and I get that. But our folks that are in the elementary and the middle school will still be there. And so parents and whoever has kids coming home to you, make sure that you have plans for that. School will be dismissed December 20th at 11:30. Hey, we may not do another one of these before Christmas, so if we don't, have a great holiday, and please be safe, and then join us again after the new year begins. Thanks to all of you. Appreciate you a great deal. And God bless all of you, and thanks for supporting Swain County School System. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Take off.